From the very first day when Bill Wolf told us that tweeting would be a part of our grade, I knew this course would be right up my alley. I have always loved social media and technology in general. Needless to say, it wasn't hard for me to decide my major. Over the course of the semester, we have worked on apps such as Zite, Pocket, Twitter, Freely, and Storify. There is something to be said for being officially taught information versus just stumbling your way through a learning device's application. Personally, growing up in a classroom including smartboards, MacBook desktops, iPads, and Kindles, I was constantly surrounded by technology. One of my favorite assignments for this course would have had to have been our assigned Twitter account. Twitter is beneficial for advertising and connecting with others. At the touch of a finger, crucial information can be delivered. Being on Twitter for only a few short months, I have already found myself more aware and well-rounded information because of Twitter specifically. Twitter also made communication much more accessible, and at the end of the day, technology is all about communication. A personal story of how Twitter played a role in one of my most fondest memories at school yet is a single zebra tweet. I checked my phone and I saw on Twitter that zebras were on City Ave. I was at Target, and once I got in the car, I drove over to where I saw the picture background was, and I got to see the zebras in the KFC drive-thru. I thought I had lost my mind and was just seeing things. Moral of the story, if I had never checked my Twitter, I would have never gotten to see the zebras. Our class hashtag CTPF15 has allowed me and my peers to stay connected constantly. It is so beneficial to see what my classmates share through this universal hashtag, whether it is a link to their most recent blog post or sharing an article they found on Pocket, Zite, or Twitter. Constantly staying updated and relevant is crucial to create your best work. Cindy Selfie, a teacher at Ohio State who holds expertise in literacy studies as well as digital studies, states our culture's understanding of official literacy events and practices is shaped by complexly related social formations that function within historical, economic, political, and ideological contexts. At the tap of a finger, the world's historical, economic, political, and ideological information is accessible through applications and websites such as Zite, Pocket, and Twitter. Being knowledgeable in broad topics of discussion is possible because of these forms of digital applications. A lot of the time I have dedicated to this class was spent on my blog. I've always loved blogging, but I had never had the encouragement to do it because I truly felt as if my audience wasn't large enough and I wasn't getting much feedback. However, now that I am older, I have realized that my blog is not just for others, but for myself as well. It is a creative outlet in which I can express myself in a way, shape, or form. I have done posts all about food, clothing, makeup, and traveling. I post DIYs and quotes of the days. Blogging is a hobby, and I truly feel like I have a real passion for it. Originally, I pictured my blog being purely photography. However, after looking at my peers' creations, I had too many ideas that I was eager to share with this platform. The pictures I take are all taken with a Canon Rebel T3i. I highly recommend this camera. It takes very clear-cut photographs and allows you to edit and filter them as well. Fast motion to scenery, this camera is reliable and helps me produce my best work. Adding my Twitter account to my blog gave it a more professional look, and it also made tweeting much easier because having my Twitter account always open when I logged into my blog was another form of access to being refreshed and updated. Reclaim Hosting attempts to make the personal side of the web a much different story. It offers hosting space and a number of tools to help install WordPress so that students can explore the web while tinkering with it and understanding it on a deeper level. It is used by millions worldwide. Before taking CommClass, I never heard of Reclaim Hosting, but now when I mention it to others when I discuss my blog and what I've done throughout this semester, I've realized how renowned it is. Part of what made my assignments accessible was my professor Bill Wolf's very user-friendly website. With a column directly dedicated to readings and videos, a course calendar, and links to numerous contacts information, I was able to stay on top of my blog, Twitter account, homework assignment, and what was new on the web. Recently, a lot of controversy has been brought up whether or not social media is evil. We talked about this in class, and since then I have been able to form a real opinion over the uproar. Whether new ways of communication are invented in today's age or years prior, the reaction of people remain the same. According to BAM, American academic, formerly a professor of communication studies, At the University of Kansas, these reactions include people express concern that our community has become increasingly more shallow, and that sanctity of our personal relationship are put in jeopardy by the advancement of new technology media. On the other hand, many people believe that new media offers the promise of more opportunity for the connection of more people, leading to stronger and more diverse relationships. The endless possibilities media offers outweighs the negatives that might come with the accumulation of digital media. Social media presence is now looked at and respected as occupation. YouTubers, bloggers, and vloggers live a life balancing their own personal lives and a certain image or style they would like to portray. Exposure money some people make from online sharing is shocking, and it's only increasing every day. If you put hard work into anything you do, I believe you should be rewarded. A job is a job, and it does take dedication to make a living through social media. If it wasn't hard to do, everyone would be a successful blogger. It really is remarkable how much time is spent on communication through our cell phones. I phrase that carefully because personally I don't feel as if my interaction on the phone is a waste of time. Constantly I'm learning about all sorts of different things from fashion trends all the way to geography. Participation is power. Reynold is a big promoter of sharing your participation. This means sharing feedback you receive on blogs, websites, etc. with others. He stresses how important it is to build a community. The larger the community grows, the more room for improvement, and the more room for potential there is for achieving success in new aspiring forms of digital media. I have learned more than I ever could imagine about the World Wide Web and how to utilize every setting possible.